While there's no denying the charm of local split-screen fun, online adventures with friends bring a whole new level of thrill. Get ready to discover the best online co-op games available on PS Plus. Number 20 on the list is Far Cry New Dawn. While Ubisoft's Far Cry is primarily marketed as a single-player franchise, many of the recent games offer co-op support and share many similarities. In New Dawn, two players can team up for the entire campaign, although only the host's story progression will be saved. The second player isn't left without rewards. They retain inventory items and perks. However, they would need to essentially explore the map all over again if they play their version of the game. Far Cry's take on co-op is rather basic. The experience is largely identical to a solo run, with another player acting more as backup than as a companion. Still, co-op makes New Dawn more enjoyable, especially for those who have already completed Far Cry 5. Number 19 is Code Vein, an action RPG set in a post-apocalyptic world with vampiric themes. Often likened to the Souls series for its challenging combat, Code Vein differentiates itself with its anime-inspired graphics and a buddy system for co-op play. Players can team up with a friend to explore the game's world, complete missions, and face the game bosses. This co-op feature not only provides additional firepower but also strategic depth, as each companion offers unique skills and playstyles that can complement the player's tactics. To initiate co-op play, players must send out a distress signal to allow others to join their game. While solo players will find plenty to enjoy, Code Vein's co-op mechanics add an engaging layer of strategy and teamwork, making it an enticing choice for those seeking a captivating cooperative adventure. Number 18 is Zombie Army 4 Dead War, a captivating third-person zombie shooter offering a distinctive experience in the genre. Up to 4 players can join forces to navigate self-contained levels teeming with a colorful and grotesque array of undead. The game differentiates itself with a post-World War II setting, presenting its undead armies in Nazi uniforms. This setting clearly sets the game apart from its contemporaries, with the narrative skillfully capitalizing on this unique premise. Dead War delivers an over-the-top yet compelling storyline that feels substantial without overstaying its welcome. Coupled with a solid range of weapons, Dead War introduces a rewarding perk system, adding depth to the combat mechanics. Number 17 is Conan Exiles, a game that caters to various playstyles within the survival game genre. For those who prefer a solo survival experience, it offers a default mode that aligns with most players' preferences. If you enjoy dungeons and a more structured narrative, there's the main campaign, which spans approximately 30 hours. And for those interested in raiding bases crafted by other players, you can simply access a PvP server. While the enjoyment you derive from each gameplay variant may vary, they all have the potential to provide long-lasting entertainment. Initially, the game only offered multiplayer servers, but it has since expanded to support traditional PvE co-op, allowing players to embark on adventures with friends. In this mode, you can build bases and face the numerous challenges of the Exiles lands together. While a solo run may provide a more hardcore survival experience, the co-op mode is a compelling option in its own right. Despite a few restrictions in this mode, players also have the option to join PvE multiplayer servers alongside 39 other survivors. Number 16 is Destiny 2: The Witch Queen. While Destiny 2 offers a taste of the Guardian life for free, the real fun begins with its expansions, especially The Witch Queen. It's more than just extra content. It's like a whole new game where players can join together to explore the mysterious throne world of Savathûn through an amazing campaign. If you're new and thinking about trying it, keep in mind the PS Plus Extra catalog doesn't include all the older expansions, just The Witch Queen. But you can play its content without worrying too much about everything that came before it. You'll want to play some of the base game, which is free, and maybe read up on the game's backstory to get the full picture. But even if you jump right in, Destiny 2's main gameplay is super fun all by itself, especially when played with friends. Number 15 is Returnal. Although Returnal did not include a multiplayer mode at launch, the Ascension update introduced an online 2-player co-op. This allows players to team up to tackle the game's roguelike challenges, with the option to choose between public or private servers. While Returnal is a challenging game, co-op mode doesn't necessarily make it any easier. However, the game does introduce a revive option, giving players a potential second shot. Apart from this, the co-op experience reflects solo play closely. For those in search of an exciting third-person shooter to enjoy with a friend, give Returnal a try and see if you can navigate its eerie time loop. Number 14 on the list is Demon's Souls. From Software's Souls games feature a distinctive multiplayer mode where players can enter each other's worlds, and the Demon's Souls remake faithfully continues this tradition. Depending on the item used, players can either invade for PvP combat or be summoned to assist. While invasions often garner more attention, summoning for assistance is equally popular. Up to 4 players can team up to tackle the game's myriad challenging battles. Helpers are returned to their own worlds if they either die or defeat a boss. During co-op play, up to 2 invaders can join, adding a PvP element to the mix, so players should always stay alert. Number 13 on the list is The Elder Scrolls Online. While this game offers a thrilling solo experience, The Elder Scrolls Online hits a whole new level when teamed up with friends, and it was designed with this in mind. Immerse yourself in this MMO's captivating realm and rally your comrades for thrilling adventures. Together you can brave intricate dungeons, embark on epic quests, or test your might in intense PvP battles. The best part is that you won't be bound to only co-op. Play solo when your friends aren't available and group up when they're around. The Elder Scrolls Online got off to a relatively mediocre start, but it has improved significantly since its launch. If you're looking for an action-adventure game to play with friends, this game offers dozens of hours of gameplay set in a world rich with lore and quests. Number 12 is Sniper Elite 5, a game set during World War II that follows Carl Fairburn as he infiltrates heavily guarded locations. While stealth is crucial, as detection often leads to death, Carl is not defenseless in a firefight, giving players the option to take a more explosive approach. Despite its reputation as primarily a single-player series, Sniper Elite, especially in its 5th entry, aims to please multiplayer enthusiasts. The campaign supports 2-player co-op, allowing friends to tackle the 9 main missions together. This cooperative experience brings both advantages and challenges, as having 2 snipers doubles the opportunities to trigger alarms. In addition to the campaign, Sniper Elite 5 features a 4-player survival mode, akin to a horde mode. Offering both difficulty and fun, survival enhances the game's replayability and provides an enjoyable multiplayer option. Number 11 is Ghost of Tsushima Legends. Ghost of Tsushima is an outstanding action-adventure game known for its compelling single-player campaign. Several months after the base game's launch, Sucker Punch introduced Legends, a co-op experience that's substantial enough to stand on its own as a separate release. Legends offers various modes, including survival, and features a story mode that provides around 6 hours of content for 2 players to enjoy. In Legends, there are 4 distinct classes, each tailored to fit a particular combat role. While classes like the Samurai are suitable for solo or 2-player gameplay, others like the Ronin are specifically designed to excel in support roles during combat scenarios. This cooperative mode not only complements the base game's immersive world, but also adds a fresh dynamic, encouraging team strategies and collaboration. It's a must-try for fans of the original campaign and those seeking a deep co-op experience alike. If you're enjoying this video so far, a thumbs up would be greatly appreciated. Number 10 is Outriders, a captivating third-person shooter that seamlessly combines satisfying gunplay with a diverse array of abilities that cater to its 4 classes. This looter-shooter showers players with a constant stream of new items, ensuring they always have something fresh to experiment with. Outriders stands out as a game that encourages players to frequently swap out gear rather than sticking to specific items, and it adds to the fun by offering loot that not only performs well, but also looks great. While it's enjoyable when played solo, Outriders truly shines when played with a group of friends. The game's combat system genuinely elevates when there are more players involved, and this not only enables players to synergize their character builds, but also increases the chaos and excitement to a whole new level. Outriders may appear to be a conventional adventure, but it stands as one of the best third-person shooters available on PS Plus. Number 9 is Trine 4: The Nightmare Prince. Trine is an easy recommendation for anyone looking for co-op-driven action platformer games. While all entries in the franchise are commendable, PS Plus subscribers currently have access to Trine 4. Despite being the fourth installment, this game can be enjoyed without prior knowledge of its predecessors, making it an excellent introduction for newcomers. Trine 4 follows three heroes on an epic adventure that tests their might and teamwork. Though combat is present, the campaign's heart lies in puzzles and platforming, with the former requiring creative use of the character's abilities. In solo runs, players can switch between the characters with the click of a button. In co-op, each user takes charge of one hero. Trine 4 features two modes, Classic and Unlimited. Classic mode assigns specific heroes to 3 players, while Unlimited mode gives the freedom for up to 4 players to choose and switch between any character as they please. Number 8 is Killing Floor 2, a traditional co-op shooter that pits players against seemingly endless hordes of deadly zombies in a campaign set across Europe. Despite its age, this game holds up well, thanks to its enjoyably over-the-top core gameplay loop and a surprisingly addictive progression system. Killing Floor 2's gameplay is not complicated, but it's complemented by perks that essentially function as classes. Each perk can be leveled up with unique abilities and weapons, greatly enhancing replayability. Supporting up to 6 players simultaneously, Killing Floor 2 stands as one of the best co-op first-person shooters available on PS Plus. Number 7 is Darksiders Genesis. The Darksiders series has always been known for its innovation, with each installment embracing a distinct action-adventure subgenre. Genesis represents the franchise's boldest departure to date, bringing new life to the series by delivering dynamic hack-and-slash mechanics tailored for cooperative gameplay. The game features 2 playable horsemen, Strife and War. Solo players can swap between the two at will, which generally means they pick War when melee combat is the focus, and then switch to Strife for range damage. Both characters are robustly designed with a myriad of loadout options to keep things interesting throughout the campaign. While local co-op utilizes a restrictive split screen, online multiplayer is the better option in this case. Number 6 is Back 4 Blood, a first-person co-op shooter reminiscent of Left 4 Dead. Back 4 Blood offers solid gameplay and visuals, along with a card-based customization system that allows players to tweak their loadouts. The differences between the playable survivors in Back 4 Blood go beyond their appearances. Each character has unique traits and default weapons, encouraging teams to create parties that complement each other's strengths. Back 4 Blood is an excellent co-op zombie shooter, and it has the right formula for a good few weekends of co-op fun. Number 5 is Rainbow Six Extraction, a co-op tactical shooter that takes the intense gunplay of the Rainbow Six series and introduces a sci-fi twist with alien adversaries. Despite being a departure from the series' usual counterterrorism theme, it has quickly garnered a dedicated player base due to its intricate gameplay mechanics and team-based strategies. The game pits players against evolving alien threats in various containment zones, demanding tight coordination and adaptive tactics. Players can choose from a roster of operators, each bringing unique abilities and weapons to the battlefield, ensuring diverse gameplay experiences and catering to different playstyles. With its mix of high-stakes missions and cooperative challenges, Rainbow Six Extraction offers a fresh take on the tactical shooter genre and promises hours of thrilling gameplay. Number 4 is Moving Out 2, an addictive co-op party game that takes the often tedious task of moving furniture and turns it into a delightfully chaotic experience. While the premise might seem dull, Moving Out 2 cleverly transforms the boredom of relocation into physics-based hilarity. Players collaborate to transport items from one home to another, with each level introducing more challenging and chaotic routes. These levels serve as elaborate puzzles, prioritizing sheer fun over realism. Compared to the original game, the sequel introduces multi-dimensional travel, adding depth to the gameplay. While enjoyable solo, Moving Out 2 truly shines in co-op mode, providing an immersive cooperative experience. Number 3 is Neo, an action RPG set against a backdrop of Japanese folklore and supernatural elements. While the game is known for its challenging nature, its co-op mode can make it easier to defeat enemies and complete missions. Players can team up with up to 2 friends to navigate the war-torn landscapes of Japan, tackling formidable human and demonic enemies together in both the main campaign and the Abyss mode. However, to play co-op, players need an Ochoko Cup, which can be obtained by defeating enemies, completing missions, or purchasing them from the Shrine Maiden. Players can only join games if they have already completed the mission that the host is playing. Number 2 is Tom Clancy's The Division 2. This action RPG builds upon the solid foundations of its predecessor, aiming to deliver both a single-player third-person shooter experience and a live-service always-online adventure, and for the most part, it succeeds admirably. The main story offers around 30 hours of engaging gameplay, and this segment can be thoroughly enjoyed in solo mode. After completing the story's introduction, most of the campaign becomes available for co-op play. On the other hand, the endgame content places a strong emphasis on PvP and online co-op. Up to 4 players can join forces for regular missions, and this count doubles for raid missions. The Division 2 stands among the best PS Plus games, and it's highly recommended for anyone looking for a looter shooter to play with friends. Number 1 on the list is Warhammer Vermintide 2, an impressive co-op game that seamlessly combines melee and ranged weapons. Despite being released 5 years ago, it still maintains a reasonably active player base and is arguably the best action-oriented Warhammer game of the last decade. While the main version only consists of 13 missions, these stages are designed to be replayed endlessly as players upgrade their classes and weapons. The game offers 5 playable characters, each significantly different from the others, ensuring that most players will find a character that suits their preferences. With its satisfying gameplay and challenging levels, Vermintide 2 is an outstanding co-op game that is sure to provide hours of entertainment. Thank you for joining us as we discovered the best games available on PS Plus. If you found this video helpful, give it a thumbs up and share your thoughts in the comments. Until next time, happy gaming!